has to be, despite the win, personally it was a good day for you. What, reflecting back, I mean, right now maybe you're not thinking so much about it as part of your career, but reflecting back, okay. From your, when you started your career in 99, 2000, up to now, the journey has been quite a journey.
Yeah, quite a journey. I think there's been, obviously when you have a long career, it's bound to be a lot of ups and downs. But I've enjoyed batting. I've always did. And especially when the team requires me to stand up and get runs. One thing has always been constant is the burden that I have carried all through my career. I felt that somewhere if I had few more batters to support me, maybe I would have, my game would have been much, much better than what it is or what it was. And even coming into the World Cup, considering how the team has been performing in the last 2 years, I believe that it was the right time for me to elevate my my own personal batting standards into the tournament. But again, it has come back to the same phase where me being in the middle gives a lot of confidence for the other batters, and it keeps the dressing room more confident. So I've enjoyed my long career, but also at the same time, if really I have to introspect, I think I probably, because of the responsibility, I'm not really able to enhance my batting as much as I would want to.
Again, you look at the people you've passed by, Charlotte Edwards and Meg Lanning in just 25 is probably by the end of her career she'll break all records. Is it A, an advantage for them playing in strong teams, and B, they've won world titles? Is that something you feel, despite we having highest run scorer, highest wicket taker, it's something that's missing from India?
Well, the first point I do go with it, that playing for a stronger side where you have more players to stand up and win games for you, it gives you that freedom to play your shots, and you don't really have to think about what happens if you get out. It's never been that I would, none of the batters would want to get out, but there are times when you want to take a certain risk, calculated risk. What if you get out is always been back of my mind all through my career, because I personally felt that there are times when I can really push it to a next level, but I've never got that opportunity with the teams that have played. I've always felt that I lacked 3-4 batters or 3-4 players in my squad who could stand up when I'm not able to get runs, or when, just in case, if trying something and if the team loses my wicket. And I think that is what a plus for Meg Lanning, I believe, now, is because they really have a very strong batting lineup, and the way the openers have given them a start. And the way, obviously, I will not take away any credit that she's a world-class batsman and she's played some amazing strokes. But again, to repeat the same kind of innings time and again, you really have to have a backup. With that kind of a positivity, only you can get into and score those runs. Whereas if you look at the Indian matches from the beginning, from after the England match, our top order has not really exploded as much as I would have expected, from the openers to number 4, number 5, number 6. It's always been 1 or 2 from the 6 batters that we feeded into the 11 that has scored runs. So it is that, it's always played on my mind. But again, I think when you represent at this level, you need to take everything in consideration and get your scores.
And the second part about Australia, England having won world titles, but for India, we're still searching for the first one.
See, I believe that England, the way they've made a comeback, and even Australia for that matter, at this level, if you really have aiming for the World Cup, there will be a point in the tournament, because the tournament is long, there will be a point where the team tends to lose couple of games. So if you really are looking to lift the World Cup, you really need to have a team and the players to make that comebacks, because it is important. It's not going to be every day that we are going to win matches, because every other team is coming here to play cricket, so they also want to win the World Cup, and you can't just give away because you lost one game. India has always had that problem that when we are faced with the crunch matches, the team really doesn't step up, whether it is a T20 World Cup or the one-day World Cups, even during the bilateral series. If it is a very crucial game which decides the series win, we've usually faltered in that match. So that is something the Indian players in general really need to work on, because as far as skill is concerned, it is I still believe that the girls are talented. It's just a matter of how well they pull themselves up after a defeat is very important, because that's what makes world champions.
You spoke about burden. Today's innings was again quite cautious. Was it the burden or the bowling or the...
Well, it was a burden first, and bowling, of course, they are a good side. They've come with a plan. But when I walked in, and I took some time to get those few runs in the initial innings of mine. Poonam Rawat did tell me that you stay there. I felt that she feels confident when I'm around. And if not for myself, at least for a batter who's scoring runs, I need to be around. So, and also for a fact that because of that partnership, maybe we had a few more runs in the end. But had we lost my wicket, the whole responsibility would be on the middle order, which has not been performing. So it was for me. I knew the fact that I was taking a lot of time in the middle, but I was in a situation where either I need to forego that of my personal feelings of feeling bad that I'm taking so many balls to get those runs, but at the same time that is what the team required me to do, even for the fact that probably as a batter I wouldn't have done that. But I'm happy the way the team has come back to scoring 227 runs. After losing Smriti in the second over.
Meg Lanning there had another great day. Do you think she's the one to break your record?
Maybe, because I believe she's got all-round shots, and the form she is in, it's surely another 4-5 years she should be breaking that record.
And looking forward to next game, New Zealand. I think they've also lost today, so it's going to be a shootout pretty much. What approach is the team going to take there?
Well, obviously it is a decider between India and New Zealand who will get through the semis. It is again going to be important that the team needs to step up, because if we are going to perform the way we did today, personally I would say that it is not enough against the New Zealand side, because somewhere we really have to upgrade the way we've batted, or especially the bowling unit and fielding department, obviously, because today the bowling unit didn't seem like they were effective or they were creating some opportunity. It didn't seem like the wicket was on a slower slide. They've just got their shots going. So I think they need to be a little more consistent in the areas that they plan to bowl more often the good balls. There has to be more consistency in that.
And what does it mean for the team to have the highest ODI scorer and highest ODI wicket taker? What does it mean for all the girls there?
Well, it's a team game, so if I was a player and I had two players who've got the highest wicket taker and highest scored runs, so I think I would be proud to have them. But at the same time, as a player, I would want to see to it that I support them equally when required, because no matter what, individual milestones is good. It gives you a lot of confidence. You feel nice about it. But at the end of the day, it's a team game. If you don't win matches, nobody would want to be on a losing side and celebrate the milestones that you achieve. So I would say I'm happy very little, but I am quite disappointed over the result.
Have you thought much about your longevity, how long you want to remain an international cricketer for?
I have not really given it a thought. Maybe a year or a couple of years more.
You mentioned team has had difficulty stepping up in current situations. Why do you think that is over a large amount of time now?
Well, we do have players like Poonam Roth who made a comeback who's been scoring runs for us, but especially the youngsters like Smriti, Deepti, and Veda. These girls really need to step up to be consistent in their scores, because it's good to see when Smriti scored 100 and 90 odd, but it is equally important that you study, because now everywhere you have video analysts, you have your matches televised, so everybody are watching your game, reading your game. They come with a plan. So the girls really need to work on the personal preparation, and it's not going to be easy, unlike earlier years where we didn't have video analysis. Still we would come with our own preparation, but today it is more clearer for the opponents to have plans for you. And of course Deepti, both of them are young, but I really feel that Veda, Harman and Shika Pandey, who's been with the team for a while, really need to work on the game and contribute in a way that it complements the team.